There you go, it's
There
recorded.
we go.
Right, here we go, going straight
Thank you.
live.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go, going live in 3, 2, 1. We're now live.
And the time now on Chat and Spin Radio here in the UK is 4:22 p.m. And we've got our next guest on the line. Who's calling and where are you calling from?
I'm Paul Madsen from Omaha, Nebraska. How are you today?
Keeping well, Paul. Now, first of all, welcome to Chat and Spin Radio. Now, also you're an author and video blogger, and your book, Men Grieve 2, and that's tools to help men rebuild after the death of a loved one. So tell us about that and what inspired you to write it.
Well, once again, Ron, thanks for having me on the show. Appreciate the opportunity. You guys do a lot of work, a lot of good work out there. That's a pile of interviews you do. So thanks for getting the word out. Ron, the reason I wrote the book was I lost my wife and my adult daughter to death just 9 months apart. And I started it as a kind of a journal, but it evolved into more than that. And I just realized that men need some help out there with their grieving process.
Well, yes, because men really need time to grieve, and 2 in 10 months is a lot to take in, isn't it?
Yeah, my daughter had a long-term chronic heart and lung condition, so we knew someday she was going to die early. But Ron, it still hits you. The reality of it versus the knowledge of it are two different things. And then right after she died, my wife started getting sicker and sicker from years and years of complications of diabetes. And then she died 9 months later. And so, yes, it was a lot at once. You're right.
Right. So now if people want to purchase that book, where do they go?
Well, I have it on Amazon, of course, Men Grieve 2 on amazon.com. And they can also learn more about my retreats I have for men, which are at nevergrievealone.com. That's nevergrievealone.com. This fall, and most people won't come from the UK, I don't imagine, but stateside, I'm having a retreat for men, 24 men who are grieving, to be able to come and really bond and talk about things in a relaxed and safe environment.
And you also do a TV show, Behind the Words TV.
Yes, I just found that there's a lot of authors out there, Ron, who have great things to say. And what I see is people putting a lot of effort and money into self-publishing a book, like I did, and on the front end, and then they hope that the world is just going to beat a pathway to their door. And they have this great idea and all that. Well, in self-publishing, they don't have the major publishers to get them out to all the bookstores and all the stores and all the world out there and all the advertising. So it's up to them to do that. Well, most people have the great idea. They're good at writing. They're good at their books look great. And then they fall on the promotion. So I came up with Behind the Words TV, where I interview authors, and we do it in 3 little segments. So they have soundbite type answers, soundbite type videos for their social media. It's all about promotion of getting their word out, Ron.
And right, so now when is that show on?
Well, it's on community access television in Omaha, Nebraska, and that's on Cox Channel 22, but in the Omaha city. But more broadly, it's I have a YouTube channel, growmedia.com, growmedia.com on YouTube. So just go to YouTube, growmedia.com, and you'll see all those shows right there on my YouTube channel. So you can go back for about 100 shows and see a lot of content. Not as many shows as you have.
Ours is never ending at times. And,
yeah.
And anyway, now if just going back to the book, just repeat where people can purchase it from.
Yeah, the best place is to go to amazon.com and just type in Men Grieve. Remember the comment, Men Grieve too. You know, there's a lot of grief books out there, but there's only about 4 or 5 that are aimed specifically at men. And so that was my target, and that's who I want to help. That's who I am. I went through my share of grief, still am. And I just wanted to get the word out there to help them. And Amazon.com is the best place to find it, especially from an international standpoint, Ron.
Okay, then, Paul, is there anything else you want to mention?
Well, it just, you know, men, this is a message to men. You know, a lot of people die every year, and a lot of people in our lives die every year. And, you know, you don't have to go it alone. You just don't. You don't, there's people out there who care about you, and there's resources like this book and lots of other great resources that just make, we all feel so isolated. We feel so confused. We feel so angry. And I talk about in the book all these different things that happen to people and different kinds of grievers that there are out there. So men can identify with, hey, that looks like me. And I don't have to feel so alone, Ron. Thanks for asking.
Okay, then that's Paul Madsen on the line talking about his book and also the TV show as well. Paul, thanks very much for coming on.
Ron, I appreciate the opportunity. Best wishes to you, and keep up the good work there.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we're now off, and you can stop your recording, Paul.